Let's go. Welcome to the NIAB Demarc Site Equipment Grading and Compliance Process Guide. As a diligent member of the NIAB team, your role is vital in ensuring our customers' network infrastructure is graded with safety, efficiency, and accuracy. Time to bring your A-game. Excellence is a journey, and you were chosen for this role because you have what it takes. Let's approach each task with the diligence and precision that sets us apart. As the best, we uphold the highest standards, and this guide is here to ensure that. Remember, every customer site you inspect is a testament to our dedication to providing the best service possible. Keep safety first and always strive for the highest quality in your work. We're counting on you. Help is always available. If you run into trouble, we are here to help. Send an email to help@tiltech.com. Please include your technician number followed by "needs help" in the subject line, and we will respond within 5 minutes. Now take a deep breath, make sure your mindset is right. Let's go over the essentials. As you progress through each step, make sure to document your findings in the form below. Process Guide for Field Technicians. Safety. First, before you approach any Demarc, ensure you're wearing the appropriate safety gear outlined in your NIAB Technician Training Guide. Hoffman boxes can be very sharp. Stinging insects and biting rodents may be present. Electrical equipment, even at low voltages, can present hazards, so always practice safety first in any situation encountered on the job. Visual inspection. Stand at a distance and visually inspect the demarcation enclosure. Look for any signs of external wear, corrosion, or physical damage. Are there any insects flying in and out? Any rodents or snakes suddenly pull back into the enclosure? Is the enclosure covered or exposed to direct sunlight? Wildlife precaution. Many Demarcs are located outdoors or in basements. Before you attempt to open or interact with the enclosure, exercise caution. Be aware that potential critters such as wasps, spiders, rodents, or birds that might have nested around or inside the enclosure. Approach with caution, use your tools as needed, and always prioritize safety. Check the mounting. Ensure the Demarc enclosure is mounted securely without any signs of instability or improper fastening, either to mount the enclosure or keep its door shut. Open the enclosure. With the necessary safety precautions in place, the appropriate access and tools, carefully open the enclosure, making sure the door is either placed on the ground or securely held in the open position. Observing the conditions of internal components, looking for any signs of water damage, corrosion, or wear. Look for signs of insects or animals accessing the Demarc. Is the Demarc enclosure weatherproof? Is it free of dust and dirt inside? Inspect incoming service feed. Examine the condition of the service feed cabling, conduit, enclosures, and mounting hardware, ensuring that it is not frayed, corroded, or damaged. Check for the date, quality, and type of cabling used. Always practice precaution when dealing with any incoming power feeds and components. Inspect the cabling. Look out for exposed wires, frayed ends, tangled cables, or cables under undue tension. This includes the incoming service feed cabling, any power cabling, and the cabling leading to the interior Demarc. Always exercise precaution when dealing with any cabling. Fiber optics are very delicate, and any jarring or kinking of the cable can create a site outage, and that is not what we are here to do. Examine splitters, ends, and other components. Verify that splitters are free from rust or wear. Ensure ends are in good condition, straight, clean-cut stinger, fittings are all tightened, and not outdated. Equipment inspection. If the Demarc houses any equipment, it needs to be reviewed. Examine any equipment housed inside for visible wear, rust, or any signs of conditions which lead to a malfunction. If it is the ISP Edge device, make note of it. Ventilation check. If the enclosure has ventilation, ensure the vents are clear and free from obstructions. A well-ventilated enclosure prevents overheating of equipment. If there are filters, what is their condition? Grounding. Grounding is the process of connecting an electrical circuit to the ground or earth. It ensures that any unintended electrical surges, due to lightning, line faults, or equipment malfunction, are safely directed into the earth, preventing equipment damage and reducing the risk of electrical shock. Inspect the grounding wire ensuring it's securely attached and free of corrosion. Demarc temperature. Check. While you have your digital infrared thermometer out, let's also go ahead and get a temperature reading of the inside of the enclosure, equipment, and power outlets. Point the crosshairs at the back of the enclosure and take a reading, then point at any power transformers and equipment housed inside, and record those readings as well. The thermal grading chart is below to assist you with entry once you have the temperature readings. Demarc power checks. As a Tiltech technician, you possess the comprehensive Tiltech Technician tool set. Locate the yellow electric tool enclosure from the toolkit and open it. The foundation of providing a good internet service starts with the incoming AC power to the equipment. We need to know what the gear is getting. Inside the enclosure, you will find a KM117B GFCI outlet tester. The multimeter is able to take the reading from the outlet supplying power to the ISP and customer edge devices. Record the voltage reading and watch to make sure the reading remains stable and is not fluctuating heavily. If it is fluctuating, make note of the range. Next, the kit-provided KM117B GFCI outlet. Tester will confirm the outlet is wired correctly and allow you to test the GFCI ability of the outlet if so equipped. Any confirmed wiring issues are considered an immediate fail for compliance. Continue on, but make note. The power grading chart is below to assist you with entry once you have the power readings. Grade each component. Based on your inspections, grade each component by selecting a NIAB grade condition below. Excellent. The Demarc or component appears to be in pristine condition. There's no visible wear, corrosion, or damage. All parts function as they should, meeting or even exceeding the expected standard for its age and type. Good. The Demarc or component shows minimal signs of wear, but no significant damage or defects. It functions well but may have minor cosmetic imperfections. Overall, it provides reliable performance and is still within its expected lifespan. Decent. The Demarc or component shows signs of regular use, wear, or age. There may be small areas of corrosion or other minor defects, but they don't significantly impede its function. Some maintenance might be needed to ensure continued reliable performance. Trash. The Demarc or component is in poor condition. There's significant wear, corrosion, damage, or defects that seriously compromise its function and safety. It's not salvageable and should be replaced immediately to prevent potential service disruptions or safety hazards. Outdated. While the Demarc or component might be in acceptable physical condition, its technology, design, or materials are no longer up to date. It might not support newer standards or may be inefficient compared to modern alternatives to ensure optimal performance and compatibility. If any of these components are found to be failed, then the Demarc will fail. The compliance continue the grading process as any repairs or alterations will be made at a later time, once a repair plan has been approved and signed off on. Temperature grade range. Based on the digital infrared thermometer's temperature readings, chose the Demarc enclosure's temperature grade from range below. Low temperature. The Demarc enclosure is reading less than 32 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a critical warning as network function can be reduced and a risk of condensation on the equipment now exists. Considered critical status. Good temperature. The Demarc enclosure is reading 33 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. This the acceptable range for enclosure temperature, so conditions are nominal for network function. This is where we want to be, a perfect reading. Considered good status. Decent temperature. The Demarc enclosure is reading 105 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a temperature in which the network will function, but any equipment housed in this environment will be at risk of premature failure due to the conditions. Considered advisory warning status. High temperature. The Demarc enclosure is reading over 140 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a critical warning as network function can be reduced and a condition of imminent failure exists for any equipment housed in the enclosure. Considered critical status. If the temperature reading of the enclosure is found to be in a considered critical status, the Demarc will fail the compliance, Continue the grading process as any repairs or alterations will be made at a later time once a repair plan has been approved and signed off on. Power grade range. Based on the KM117B GFCI outlet, testers' voltage readings chose the Demarc enclosure's power grade from range below. Low AC voltage. The outlet is reading less than 110 volts. This is a critical warning as network function can be reduced and a risk of damage to both the ISP and customer equipment now exists. Considered critical status. Good AC voltage. The outlet is reading 110 to 120 volts. This is the acceptable range, so conditions are nominal for network function. This is where we want to be, a perfect reading. Considered good status high AC voltage. The outlet is reading more than 120 volts. This is a critical warning as network function can be reduced, and a condition of imminent failure exists for any equipment housed in the enclosure. Considered critical status. If the voltage reading of the outlets are found to be in a considered critical status, the Demarc will fail the compliance. Continue the grading process as any repairs or alterations will be made at a later time once a repair plan has been approved and signed off on. Remember, every site you inspect and grade is a testament to our dedication to providing the best service possible. Keep safety first and always strive for the highest quality in your work. We're counting on you.